The show's about to start. Are you ready? Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. I hope you liked the new intro. And if you didn't get to see it, go back and rewatch it. I worked really hard on it. It took me like a whole minute to do it. But anyway, like I said, welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Jeff Trenopole. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the Cincinnati Bengals and Who Dey Nation. Now, do me a favor, if you found the show, hit that like and subscribe button, smash that thumbs up. We are at 912 subscribers. That is awesome. We were at 905 yesterday. We're at 912 today. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Now, this show and every show is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. All right, guys, we hit a milestone yesterday in yesterday's show. We had 1,000 views on Facebook. That is unbelievable. I appreciate you guys watching and caring about what I'm doing. That is great. So let's keep it rolling. Like I said, we're at 912. Let's keep going. All right, let's get into this. The Bengals are at it again. Today, the Bengals signed former Falcons safety Ricardo Allen to a one-year deal. Now, question is, this is what I thought. Is this an upgrade? Why do they do this? At first, I'm kind of like, do we need a safety? I'm like, really? And then I thought about it. I'm like, well, Jonah Williams really didn't do a whole heck of a lot last year. Ricardo Allen's pretty good. So, yes, in my opinion, I think it's an upgrade. I think they did good. Again, what I keep saying, stacking of talent. Now, hopefully by tomorrow's show, I'll be able to announce another one. And we'll find out if the Burrow effect will work again today, because defensive end Ryan Kerrigan is visiting Cincinnati. Hopefully, him and Joe will go to the pre-stink and have a steak Burrow again. And we can announce him as the newest Bengal tomorrow. Now, here's some stats on Kerrigan. Kerrigan is an 11-year pro. He has 95.5 sacks in his career. Now, this is good. He's durable. He's only missed 4 games since being drafted 16th overall by Washington in 2011. Now, 2020 was the first season that Kerrigan was used as a rotational pass rusher. Now, like I said on my live hit, us Bengals fans know how good that Washington pass rush was. Pass rush. I'll get out of here. Now, Football Focus graded him at 68.8. That would be second among Bengals defensive linemen last year. This is good. This is what I want the Bengals to do. I was mentioning this a lot here lately. I know I said on yesterday's show, we need to stack talent and get a rotation and depth for our pass rush. If you put him in there, along with Everybody else we have, you got Obanjobi coming up the middle. You got Reader. Hopefully Mike Daniels. I think they're going to sign him. Hendrickson coming off the edge. Hubbard. Kerrigan. This could be really good. This is what we want. Now, I still think they got a chance of adding guys in the draft. And I mentioned this yesterday, how they're really good at finding diamonds in the rough, late round picks. Now, here's a guy they had a virtual meeting with. It's Chauncey Golston. He's from Iowa. Golston, this is from CincyJungle.com. This is a little excerpt from their story there. But Golston really checks a lot of boxes for a rotational defensive lineman. He's a versatile guy, can play both inside and outside. Now, he had 5.5 sacks last year, and he only played in 8 games. So, again, the Bengals have left themselves in a perfect position for options. Options. You guys ever seen the movie? One of my favorite movies is Spaceballs. Merchandising. Well, the Bengals got options, and it's options galore. I mean, if you're doing mock drafts right now, which Josh did one here, I'm going to put that up later on in the show. You can have all kinds of options of what the Bengals could do. And I'm not saying any of them are wrong. So with that in mind, I'm bringing my boy, Jeremy D. What's going on, Jeremy?
Oh, not too much, man. Just trying to take in all this.
It's a lot, dude. It's a lot. It's fun, though.
It is. Sure is, man. And I'd be lying to you if I woke up this morning and saw, Ricardo Allen is signed by the Bengals, 1-year contract. I was thinking to myself, actually after we had talked, and I could tell you weren't thrilled and I wasn't thrilled.
Not at first, no.
Yeah. And then as I started thinking throughout the day, you know what? Who's your other guy? Sean Williams? Well, Sean Williams has been hurt a lot. He's late a lot. I think this guy gives us a little more speed. We do, as I mentioned before the show, we went back a little back and forth on it. We got quite a few 1-year players like we did last year, and they're gone, and we're bringing in new ones, and that's understandable because we're trying to build something. So you were saying options. This is Zach Taylor's time to shine, because if he's going to build a team and not just cherry pick, free agency every year, that's if he's still around, whatever, don't know. But it's in the draft, and those are the guys that stay with you 4 years, 5 years. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we do in the draft. There's so many, like you said, there's so many options. We've built a great defense so far in free agency as far as I'm concerned. It looks much better on paper to me now than it did last year, but then again, half our team was injured. But we're going to the draft in a good spot. And any Bengal fans that's down on anything, you shouldn't be, because we're in one hell of a spot to do everything we need to get done in the draft, and for guys to actually stay in Cincinnati for years at a time and build this into a winning program.
Now, one thing I want to say, because I know a lot of people are like, well, they haven't done anything with the offensive line, Like, okay, this is what you and me were talking about before the show. Now, the free agents, offensive linemen that were available, the ones that were worth signing, were Tooney, Zeitler, those are 2 tackles, and Trent Williams. Other than that, I don't know if there's a guy out there like, oh my goodness, you're going to pound the table, we got to have this guy. And Zeitler, they could have fought a little more to try to get him. And who knows, maybe Zeitler didn't want to come back here. I don't know. But the other 2, we're not going to pay him that much money, and we would not have been able to do what we've done. But the thing is, I keep saying this draft is loaded with offensive linemen. Loaded. It's one of the best offensive line drafts in years. I mean, you got Leatherwood, which I'll play a video here. We could talk over it. This is his 40. He ran a 4.96 on his pro day. He's 6'6", 310. Dude's moving.
That's an animal. I mean,
yeah, and you could possibly get him in the second round, and our second round is pick number 5. So it's almost like a late first round pick, to be honest, because they're not going to take 16 freaking offensive linemen in the first round. That's not going to happen.
No.
So, I mean, I'm like, there are really good tackles offensive linemen out there. And if Leatherwood is your guy, you can put him at guard for right now. And then say you don't re-sign Riley, or maybe you keep him for 2 years. Whenever Reef is done, you can move him out to tackle, just like they did to some guy named, I don't know, Andrew Whitworth. Mm-hmm. The other option is where, people keep asking, what do you think they're going to do in the draft? And people say, you think they'll trade back? Well, this is one of the epiphany I had yesterday on the show. Let's say they do trade back. Say New England wants to come up and get our pick, and we take their second round pick, and I don't know, a third and fourth or whatever. But just go with the 2 second round picks, and we move back, I think 13. We move back to 13. I think there's a very good chance that Waddle will be there. Could be a game changer. Everybody forgets about him. If you add Waddle to this offense, and he's as good as he was the year before last, because he was injured this past year, and then you go and you add Leatherwood and maybe, I don't know, Wyatt Davis, and your 2 second round picks. There will be nothing. I don't think any Bengals fans can complain about that. I mean, I'm sure there could be something, but I mean, those are the options that the Bengals have and could do.
Yeah, that's true. Depending on, we move back, we get Waddle. If those 2 guys are there when we pick again, which is what?
Yeah. Well, it'd be fifth in the second round. Then I don't know what New England. I just threw New England. I know New England is picking 13th. I'm pretty sure in the first round. I don't know what the second. I think it's 13th in the second round too. So
yeah,
it might not be Davis too, but still, it's going to be a good offensive line or an edge.
But you know what? I mean, even if we do what we normally do, we normally we stayed in place here the last couple of years. You got Chase Pitts, and then you got Leatherwood, who's played tackle at Alabama, guarded Alabama. He can do it, but he can do them both at a high level.
One of the things, we don't need him to play tackle; we need a guard.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying, one thing happens, Reeves out the door for a few, this. Worst case.
Yeah, worst case. Yeah,
and if he's not there second round, you end up with Chase and Wyatt Davis, one of the best guards in the country. So and the way we've set it up in free agency is we've got good players for right now. Not all of them are going to be around next year. Some 1 years, we might bring them back. You never know. But the way we've set it up this year is a lot like last year, hopefully less injuries, because we've got the defense pretty much taken care of, pretty stout back to front, and the draft is pretty much wide open for linemen, wide receivers, anything we need.
Yeah, exactly. I want to get to Anthony's comment here, yeah. And I do agree with this too. To a certain extent. He said, I think we're banking on the linemen we have now with some rookies. Which, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying, because I think they're sold on Spain. I honestly do. I mean, I'm sold on Spain. And if you can get – I almost guarantee you – I hate to say the word guarantee you, but I highly think this can happen. Our second-round pick can be a starting guard for us. I really do, and a legit starting guard. So if you have let's just say Leatherwood. I keep saying him. Let's just say Leatherwood, and you have Spain. And then you've got Jonah Williams at tackle, Trey Hopkins at center, and Reef at right tackle. I think that's a tremendous upgrade from what we had at any point last year. I mean, we fixed Fun Bobby. He's gone. You're fixing the weakest part of our line was up the middle. It wasn't Fun Bobby. We all want to bang on him, but the weakest part was the guards. And I think Spain actually, like I said, I know Pro Football Focus didn't give him that grade a grade, but he also got moved around an awful lot. And for coming in the middle of the season and getting moved around as much as he did, I really think he did a really good job. So that's the thing. And I know Bengals fans keep coming at me. Well, you gotta get an offensive line. Look, they're going to, and that's the point to all of this.
Yeah, and we're also going to have competition there, which is nice. You got Suafilo who could knock it out of the park in camp and end up
right. Who
being
knows?
the starter himself.
He didn't play terrible. I mean, he got hurt the first game of the year, so because he was our starting guard. I think he was a right guard. I can't remember. It was, but he was in the Chargers game. He was our starting guard.
Yeah, and that's bright. He was really bright here because I think they knew our guards needed help, and when he did play, I thought he played decent. But that was when he played, and hopefully he's healthy. And hey, man, I'm excited. Like I said, a lot like last year, we revamped the defense again. We're eventually, like I said, we have we talked about it before the show. That worries me. I do want to get a team built going. But as you were saying, it happens in the draft. We've had 1-2 drafts with this will be the second draft.
With
for
Zach?
Taylor. Yeah.
No, this would be the third draft.
Oh,
this is third year.
Oh, this would be his third draft. Oh, okay.
It's third draft. That's why there's not very many Marvin Lewis guys left.
Yeah, I was going to say, okay, well, then it's definitely time to start building a team. So if we're going to do it, this draft is it because we've taken care of these little dink and dunk pieces on our defense that was just horrible last year. Now we can make our offense literally one of the best in the NFL with just a few picks in the draft as far as I'm concerned, the way the talent is. So we can actually start building a winner starting as of now. I can see that happening. As long as these guys play like they played with their old teams, I guess you could say. A lot of money out there. But you know what? I can see them coming in. Why?
Well, the thing is, I think the Bengals have done. They're smart with their money. Is what all we're talking about here. All this, none of this is big salary cap hits at all. Most of them are 1-year contracts, and they're out of here.
They are.
So it's low risk, high reward guys. I like it. But I want to give a shout out to Jared here. He said he's Glass City Reds. He follows me on Twitter, so I wanted to give a shout out and tell him what's up and welcome to the show. So I know you guys got a whole bunch of comments here, and I'm trying to get to them, but I just want to get to it. That it's just I like the Ricardo Allen. I want to get back to that one. I think Ricardo Allen is definitely an upgrade. I thought Sean Williams would actually have a better year than he did last year. Now, he didn't get to play a lot. Now, that could be, I don't know, maybe Lou didn't like him. I don't know. But Ricardo Allen is definitely an upgrade from him. And that we have totally revamped our cornerbacks. I mean, honestly. Darius Smith and Sims, that's it. That played last year. That's going to be on the team. I mean, Trey Waynes didn't play. So everybody else is going to be new. So it's like you're saying, you had a good point. You were telling me earlier today that Awuzie is kind of he's a downgrade from Willie J3 if he plays in Willie J3 spot, but Hilton's an upgrade. So it's kind of like, I don't know if that's, I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. Willie J3 is really hard to replace, but if you get a compilation of guys with the safeties that we already have, and hopefully if we get Kerrigan from DC.
Yeah. Oh.
And we could add another guy like I was talking about here for the guy from Iowa, maybe in the draft, rotational help on defense, get pressure on that quarterback. That makes that secondary that much better. So it's just, I keep saying over and over and over again. It's a lot of options, and I love options. Now, Brad says, do we think we'll get that in from Washington? I'll put it to you this way. Everybody who's come here hasn't left without signing with the Bengals. So, and if they go to the precinct and they sit down with Joe freaking Burrow and eat a steak burrow, you never know. I mean, I think it's a good chance.
And Brad, I don't know how long you've been watching the show, man, but if you wait till about 2 minutes after, there'll be breaking news.
Yeah, usually. Yeah, something big like that'll happen after we get off the air.
Exactly.
Usually happens. Yeah, and Jennifer always reminds us we got Pollock, so we definitely got rid of. Like I said, the two coaches I wanted to get rid of for sure was Turner, and I want to get rid of Armadillo, but at least we got rid of Turner, which, like I said, that guy told them that they were fine, or I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah. I'd have been happy with the threesome, all of them. But, hey, we kept them. Let's play ball this year and see what happens, boys. That's what I say.
Exactly. Hey, we got a first timer. What's up, Brad? Welcome to the show, man. Glad you found us.
So
make sure you subscribe. You're on Facebook. Please go to YouTube and click on Sports with Strawberry Ice. All you got to do is type in Sports with, and the rest of it pops up. And please subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the show. So now we had something we posted on Sports with Strawberry Ice, which actually I got to give credit. It was your idea. It was out of the players that played for the Bengals last year that are free agents, which ones would you want to come back? This was your idea. Do you remember? You look confused. You remember having this idea?
Yeah, I remember that now. It was a couple days ago, but yeah.
Okay. So we actually posted it today, or last night actually, I should say. But anyway, the guys that are free agents still that the Bengals or that they're unsigned: Josh Bynes, Jordan Evans, Alex Redmond, LaShawn Sims, Mike Daniels, Marcus Hunt, and Covington. For me, I want Bynes back. Definitely want Daniels back. And Covington, maybe. The rest of them, I was actually surprised how many people said Marcus Hunt. That was one that shocked me.
Wow.
There was a lot of people that said, there's a lot of people that said Marcus Hunt.
Wow. I'm with you. Actually, my only two period were Bynes and Daniels.
Those are the only two I really want back. Covington's not. I don't think he's a depth person. I'd like to keep for that. I don't think he costs us a whole lot.
Yeah, I could be okay with that. But wow, Marcus Hunt. I guess if you're a fan of your guy, you're a fan of your guy, even if he just maybe knocks down one or two passes a year. But hey, that's all right. Hey, your opinion, bro.
Sean says Hunt was consistently bad.
Are we talking about the same Hunt, Kareem Hunt?
We're talking Marcus Hunt.
I thought we were on a Browns station here for a second. Clowns, my bad.
Clowns, yeah. Marcus Hunt was, I'm not sure what. I'm glad you're watching the show. I appreciate it, but Marcus Hunt was anything but consistent. I mean, he's never been the guy that we thought he would be. I mean, like I said, if
monster.
You want him at depth, you want him at depth, that's fine, but he's not a guy that you can rely on, I think. I mean, the one I really want is Daniels, because the thing is, if you get Daniels back, you have Daniels, Reeder, and Ogunjobi. That is the same thing we had last year, but we never got to see it, except you had Geno in there. And that's what I was so excited about last year, seeing that, and we never got to see it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not hating on you at all, Sean. If you like Hunt, you like Hunt, man. He's a body filler. He's another backup guy. If you can get him for next to nothing, that's okay too. And then Jen on Alexander, if you're talking about our corner that we signed last year, I'm guessing he's gone. I haven't heard anything about Alexander. Have you, other than he's moved on?
I've heard nothing. I'm trying to find let's see here. I think this is it. Is that the right one? Nope, wrong one. Where did here it is. This is what I meant. This is what we posted. So you got Josh Bynes, Jordan Evans, Alex Redmond, LaShawn Sims, Mike Daniels, Marcus Hunt, and Christian Covington. So, I mean, like I said, for sure I want Bynes, and for sure I want Daniels. The rest of them, it's like Alex Redmond. I mean, dude, we cut him, and I gotta give you credit. You said he'd come back. I'm like, dude, there ain't no way he's coming back. And nope, he came back. And so,
that's just that Dean blood in me, man.
You're not always right, okay? I've proved you wrong lots of times. Okay?
I'm just that is all my dad. For many years of watching football with him, that's the only reason I said he'll come back, because my dad, he's got a knack for it. I figured I'll throw it out there. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But when they signed it, even when they signed him, I remember the day, and we were doing the show, and they signed him. I said he'll be starting. No, there ain't no way.
No. You got to do the dead voice. He ain't gonna start.
He's going to be starting the next Sunday. He'll be starting in practice this week. You watch.
My God, he was. We're like,
I'll be damned.
Sean says, I do like Hunt, but I like winning more than anything else. That's all that matters. I agree.
Amen.
I mean, they can Hunt, like you said, for backup. I mean, they got him. They picked him up during the season last year, so it's not like he's in. Everybody's like, oh my goodness, we gotta get Marcus Hunt. Like, honestly, when we first got him, I was like, dude, this dude's a beast. What's up, Paul? How you doing? But yeah, I'm like, I can't wait to see this guy, and he never turned into what we thought he could.
Me too. He was throwing them discus, some big 7-footer, throwing them big. I thought, holy cow, good luck for anybody. But you know what? Just because you're big, muscular, have everything going for you, if you don't have technique or speed, it doesn't matter. That's the only bad thing about it, and he lacks a little bit of both. But hey.
Gitlow says Daniels, Bynes, Hunt. Hunt was good. Resigned Geno. Put Bobby on the practice squad. Dude, I don't want Bobby. Bobby, no, I don't want him anywhere near. I would love to
put Bobby to see ya.
See ya. No, Geno, I would love to resign. But I got a feeling he's going to go somewhere where he has a chance to win a championship. And there's, I wouldn't say rumors, but I mean, he could go to the Rams. That would be a good that'd be a good spot for him. So go get the guy who or team up with the guy who he's Geno's hero. So I don't know. I don't think I would love to sign Geno, but I don't see that happening.
My thing is, if Geno wants to be with a contender, he needs to stay right here in Cincinnati.
Yeah, he does.
Be right in the rotation with DJ Reader and Mike Daniels, hopefully.
Yeah.
And let's take it.
That's what I'm talking about. Paul says we don't need Bynes at all. Wilson, Davis, Gator, Pratt are good. No, I agree. I think they are good. But again, it comes to the stacking of the talent. And
yeah,
if you get them on a cheap 1-year deal, I say go. I'm not saying no. Wilson and Davis to me are your starting linebackers. Those are you don't start. I'm not talking about Bynes being a starter at all. I like to get back as far as depth.
Oh, definitely. I mean, my gosh, any of those guys go down. I don't know many teams that wouldn't want a Bynes right behind them or a Bynes in a 4-3 situation, rushing the quarterback. I mean, really, that's why we brought Bynes in. And if we're going to keep we didn't do it last year, but if we're going to keep saying we're going to do it and we're actually going to do it, Bynes is one hell of a 4-3 linebacker.
Yeah. McCarthy said, what's so good about Daniels? He didn't even have a sack the whole year. Well, no, I can't argue that, but there wasn't that many.
Geno.
Yeah, he's not Geno. We're not saying that at all. Again, I think he's good depth. That's the thing is, do you guys remember how injured we were last year? I hope we're not doing that again. I'll say stacking of talent. Daniel's a stacking of talent. I will take that. And put it this way, from the stuff I've heard, people told me Daniels ain't going nowhere. He wants to be a Bengal. He loves Joe Burrow. He's working out in Bengals garb still. So I think they'll get him pretty easy.
Yeah. And we're not calling him Ndamukong Suh. I mean, we're just saying this guy, he's solid. And
he's solid, yeah. No, he didn't have a sack. But honestly, we didn't have a whole lot of sacks as a team, to be honest. So, that's not saying a whole lot. Our highest ranked sack guy only had 5.5. So
yeah. And our tackles, we probably had more missed tackles than we had made the last year. So
right, exactly. We got a couple predictions. Crip says Geno's going to Green Bay. And then the Natural says Geno is going to the Chiefs. So either way, those teams are, Super Bowl contenders. And honestly, I'll put it this way. If the Bengals aren't in the hunt next year, which I think they're going to be, as far as playoff hunt, but Super Bowl hunt, I hope AJ and Geno go get their ring, because that is the one thing that is going to solidify them to get in that Hall of Fame. Now, I wish it would be with the Bengals, but
Exactly. And the only thing with that is I don't really care where he goes. The fact of the matter, he's going to play. He's not going to do much better than he did here last year or the year before. You know, he's still going to be the Geno of past his prime. So stay with the Bengals, see what happens. Draft, we end up making it to the playoffs, winning a couple games. You never know. He may make a huge mistake by trying to go with a team he thinks will win for minimum amount of money, because they're not going to offer him a ton. And that was hilarious, by the way, Jen.
Yeah, Jen. Yeah. I like that one, Jen. I'll let you answer this one because you're a big Trey guy, but is Trey Waynes our best cornerback?
As of now, absolutely. Now that WJ3's gone, there is no question. None in my mind whatsoever. When Willie J3 was here, you know, I may think about it. I'd probably still go with Waynes, but no doubt. Now, Mike Hilton as a slot guy, he's a hammer. I mean, he's right on, as a slot corner. He's a better slot corner for sure. Mm-hmm. But when you're talking about an outside corner, Trey Waynes is going to be our shutdown guy. Hopefully, Awuzie can at least just
there's a lot of Dallas coaches and fans that really liked Cheeto. I mean, he's got a lot, but he had a lot of injuries last year. Which
that's
we've heard that. We've heard that story before. So I mean, hopefully, again, maybe they found something. We'll see. I mean, that's what the Bengals are trying to do. They're trying to. John Sheeran put it as, you know, kind of throwing stuff at the wall, which they kind of are, but I think it's tactical and it's good. And it's, like I said, most of them are 1-year deals. If it doesn't work, we'll get rid of them. So I mean, the thing is, there's a lot of holes on this team. When Zach took over, there wasn't much there. We were an older team, had a lot of holes to fill, and we had a lot of drafts that didn't work out here in the last couple of years. The last year's draft was great. So that's one of the reasons I think they're kind of taking it at this direction, signing multiple guys that have done good in the past, guys who have potential, and hopefully it'll all turn around here. And the other thing is getting back to where you're saying Hilton's a hard hitting corner. So is Allen, Carter Allen. I know he's that corner safety, but that dude will light your ass up.
Yeah.
So we got Hilton, we got Bates, and we got Bell. We're going to hit some people. I mean, they're not going to want to come over the middle against the Bengals. We're going to light you up. And then Wilson and Davis, Gaither.
I just wonder, though, I see the Ricardo Allen, like I said, the pick. It made me wonder, but I see depth. So I see he is better than Sean.
Mm-hmm.
But when we go to training camp, is it going to be Von Bell looking over his back? It better not ever be Bates looking over his back. But
wow.
There really shouldn't be much even with Von Bell. I mean, the way he played towards the end of the year, if he keeps that up,
mm-hmm.
I have a feeling we're not going to see much of Allen on the field really anyway, other than just in a giving somebody a breather, maybe a sprained ankle. They got to get taped up, something like that anyway. So, like I said, I've grown into it. I'm happy. I think he'd be an okay guy to come in for either of those two for a short amount of time.
Now he wants to do the Bengals even want to sign Daniels? Yeah, I think they do. I mean, I think he played good. They can get him on the cheap. I do think they want to sign him.
Because who else? I mean, really, if you look at free agency, who else is any better than Mike Daniels? I mean, you could go to the draft, but the way we're talking about our draft with our wide receivers, our O-line, you're starting to move back there a pretty long way to get a defensive tackle. That's for sure.
Yeah, we should probably take a poll. Maybe I'll do that. Put that up on the poll. Where does everybody think Geno's going to go? Because this is a good one too. You can go back with Zim. go to the Vikings. That's a very, 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 very big possibility. Yeah. I know Geno loved playing for Zim.
Yeah.
He did. So his best years were with Zim. So, all right, let's see here. Now I'm reading the comments. I'm trying to get to them all, guys. Here, got a lot of them. I appreciate them all. Natty says the Bengals can get the O-line right, then they can be competitive. Yeah, and Natty, I think they're close. And I like Reef. I like Spain. Look, put it this way. Let's just say they go ahead, they draft Slater or Sewell. You're still good. You could kick one of those in guard, or Reef even said that he played guard. So Reef, again, gives them so many options. He can play guard. He can play tackle. He's played them all. So if you draft Sewell, we're good. You draft Leatherwood in the second round, we're good. You draft Wyatt Davis in the second round, we're good. Our offensive line, I think, is good. They're not going away from Jonah Williams. So he's the left tackle. Hopefully, he is what they think he will be. That one, I guess I'm still a little, I won't say scared, but just I want to see him improve a little bit more than he did last year. He didn't play terrible, but there were some games where he didn't look that great.
Yeah, that's not completely.
Yeah, I know. I said it perfectly. I know.
You really did. There's not much to.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't give up on him. You got to keep going. He's your number one pick. All right, William says today USC Pro Day. Frank Pollock was working out Vernon Tucker out of pride. Yeah, I had that. I found that on Twitter. I think I retweeted that. So yeah, that's the thing. These guys are out there checking them out. So, now this is an interesting one that Natty's putting up there. And I said this last year that I wanted them to go get this guy, Clowney. The only way I would take a chance on him if it's 1 year and it's cheap. Because honestly, he didn't do that much last year. So it wouldn't be it's another thing that would be, I think, a high risk or low risk, high reward thing. If you can get him, now the man wants to get paid, but nobody's going to pay him what he wants because he's not worth it. He hasn't proven that he's worth it.
No.
So I wouldn't be shocked, or I won't say I might be a little shocked if the Bengals do it, but I'd probably be ecstatic if they did it. I think it's worth a shot. I don't know. What do you think, Jeremy?
I've never been high on Clowney ever. Now he's to the point of his career, which isn't that deep into his career, really. He's still a pretty young guy.
He's still young, yeah.
And now he's already down to 1 year contracts. Teams don't even want to get. That tells you a little bit about the person and the player himself. I don't want somebody coming in that's going to distract what's about to be a very young locker room even more. Would I like to take him from what we have now for Sam Hubbard with no real backup? Yeah, why not? Because you rotate Hubbard, who you bringing in, or you rotate Hendrickson, who you bringing in. We do need, another pass rusher. I don't like the way he goes about himself. I don't like. He seems like he takes plays off.
Well, but that's the thing too. That's to me is where it's like, this is what he's done to himself. So this is like, to me, it's like if you come in, you get him on a cheap deal, you literally have got to prove yourself.
Exactly.
So and so that's where I'm like, I'd be okay. I wouldn't pay. I'm not paying him anywhere close to what he wants.
No.
But if you get on the cheap, then these are, like you said, all these things you just said. That's where you're like, okay, all right. Hopefully you get him and he comes in the attitude like, all right, I'll prove you wrong. Okay, all right. You think I did this? That's if he's like that, then I am all in because he has got the physical talents to do it. But I agree with you. I agree with everything you said. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. No. I'm just saying that's to me why I would say yes, go for it.
Yeah, that's the only reason I would, because we got Rennell Wren coming back too. A lot of people forget, and kid out of Florida State. He put on a show when he was in college. We haven't got to see much of him. But other than that, yeah, I would still take Clowney. But what worries me is what you just said. Take a 1 year deal. Show how you can be a great teammate. Show how you'll put it all out on the field. Well, hasn't he already had 1 or 2 one-year deals to try to prove himself, and that kind of scares me in itself a little bit too, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But other than that, when it comes to our needs, hell, I want everybody.
Now I want to answer this one here. Kevin goes, I think he's talking to me. You're not a Jonah believer. I didn't say that. No, I believe in him. I just haven't seen what I thought I'd see already. Now, last year was his rookie year. Wherever you want to look at it, I know it's his second year actually in the NFL, but it's his first year playing. And my concern with him is he injury prone? Because he didn't play at all his rookie year. He didn't make it through a whole year this past year. Now, the other thing too is you fix that offensive line, and which I'm not taking credit for this. Natty said this a couple months ago. You fix that offensive line and get good players, and the guys are in the right position, so the other guys don't get out of position, so they'll potentially injure themselves. So that's another thing that's going to help. Now, I'm not giving up on Jonah at all. I believe in him. I do think he's going to be a really good left tackle, and like we've said before, we have Frank Pollock this year, and I really do believe in Frank Pollock. So I think it's going to happen, going to help, with this offensive line development. I think it's going to help with Michael Jordan's development. I know people want to get rid of him. He's still young. Billy Price, still young. These guys are, they're worth keeping. I mean, if you cut, people are like, oh, we should cut him. Okay, then who do you replace him with? We're already, like I said, we already stated there's basically 3 offensive linemen that are worth signing, and the Bengals didn't want to pay him that much, which I didn't want them to pay that much anyway. I mean, Zeitler, I give him Zeitler. I think we could have possibly got him. But I don't want to pay $80 million for Tooney or $135 to $138 million or whatever it was to Trent Williams. So, again, that's where I'm like, yeah, keep Billy Price, keep Michael Jordan, because why not? They don't have another – they're under contract. They're cheap. And maybe Frank Pollock can come out, get something out of him, because Frank Pollock was here when they drafted Billy Price.
And let me tell you something. If we would have went out and got Trent Williams, Thuney, and let's just say Schwartz or, another pretty well-known tackle, well, there would be most of our money. So
most of our money would be in Trent Williams and Thuney. That would have been most of our money right there. We wouldn't be able to do anything else.
Yeah, so then we would have not questions about what about Jonah Williams or none of this. It would be, how come the Bengals spent all their money on 3 freaking players? This is a joke. We need this, we need these. Well, that's why we're here where we're at. The Bengals took what was needed defensively, added Riley Reef, one hell of a tackle. I know he's getting up there in age. I've said it myself, but I think he's still got a couple good years left in him. And another thing about Jonah Williams is worst case scenario. I don't like to think about it because to me it's a blown pick. I've already explained all of it. But if you have to kick him inside to guard, he would be one of the best damn guards in the NFL as far as I'm concerned, if you ever needed that to happen. I hope not. I hope he kills it.
I agree with you on that. Wes says we also need to draft a center just because we don't know when Hopkins will be back. Well, all reports are that they're very optimistic he'll be back game 1. But I agree. I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you when I say this. That's why I think they're bringing Easton in for a visit, because just in case Hopkins isn't ready, then you have Billy Price, or you have Easton fighting it out for that center job, until Hopkins gets back. Now, I mean, like I said, this draft is full of offensive linemen. So, I mean, if you're a center, you most likely can play guard too. So if you draft a center, he could be a guard as well. So that's one way you can look at it. Now.
That's exactly right. I mean, you can get a good center late in the draft that you can just plug and play almost. I mean,
yeah.
But
we talked about the guy from, I think, North Dakota State. Keith brought that guy up, I think.
Yeah, actually, he was in. I was trying to do my little mock draft. It ticked me off earlier today, so I quit. But he was on there, and I think I had him in the 6th round, something like that. Yeah. So anyway, screw him. Screw drafting and mock drafts. I'm done.
All right, Williams said Clowney's visiting Cleveland, which a couple of other guys said that in the.
Yeah, that's
I mean, like I said, who knows? Somebody asked if I'd like it. I'm like, yeah, if you can get him cheap enough, yeah. Mike Kyle, what's up, brother? Jeremy.
What is up?
Could be a tight end, and Jeff could be a guard. Oh, us? Yeah, no, Mike, we're not.
Problem is fixed.
Yeah.
You put a bowl of Skyline in front of Jeff, and you hang the hot dog in front of my head, dude. I'm telling you, he'll follow me all the way down the field.
Fat guy running. Yeah, no, I don't think they want to. They want to draft a 46-year-old. I can't remember how old.
I don't think they want to draft a 40-year-old either. Trust me.
Nah. Keith's got something here on Clowney. He said Clowney was injured last year, coming off knee surgery. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but the thing is, and that's the thing is, that's why I said I take a chance on him for 1 year, see what happens. Because the thing is, he has a good year. He's going to want as much money as he can get. I mean, that's what he wanted from Houston. That's what he wanted from Seattle. He hasn't gotten it yet. Nobody signed him to this big contract that he was hoping to get. So
yeah, I still think in his head. Yeah, and I still think in his head that's what, even before injury last year, didn't play, coming off a 1-year gig or whatever it was with the Seahawks, or they let him go.
Well, he's with the Titans last year. I said the Seahawks.
Or the Titans.
Yeah. I forgot what team he was with. He saw
my bad. Yeah. I mean, 1-year deals, gets hurt, still coming out saying, I want, $14 million a year, $15 million. Bro, it don't work that way, man. I mean, you've got to work your way back up. You're still young enough to do it. If you want to act right, play hard, come to Cincinnati. If not, don't waste your gas.
I want to say what's up to Sam. He says he's the first-time viewer, so welcome to the show, man. Appreciate you.
Awesome, brother.
Let's bring in Jen's comment here. You guys know I will cheer for our Bengals no matter who they get. It's just me. I am not on the Pitts train. Can't wait until March 31st to see Chase shine. He will be the man engine of the Bengals train with Burrow as the engineer. I agree with you. I mean, we've stated it before. Me and Jeremy are Chase guys. We would like them to get Chase. Now, if he's there, that's another whole story. But I would like them to get Chase. And I mean, I'll put it this way: if they hadn't signed Reef, I'm like, you got to take Sewell or you got to take Slater. You got to. But they got Chase or excuse me, they got Reef. I'm good with taking Chase if we can get him.
Yeah, and then taking care of the guard tackle situation in the second round.
Oh, I was like, I gotta get to this. I'm scrolling there. Kevin, Trey Hopkins, do we keep him?
What?
Yes. That's not even a question. Yes, he was our most consistent offensive lineman last year. Yes, no doubt. Yes, we keep him, and he's under contract. Yeah, we keep him.
I mean, we could put that dude probably out and tackle. He could probably play tackle. I mean, my gosh, that dude is just as good as a center as he was a guard. He's actually one of our unsung heroes for the Bengals.
He was our most because he was the only one that didn't move.
Exactly.
Literally, him and Jonah are the only two that didn't move. So no, you don't. Yes, you keep Trey Hopkins.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yes. And everybody, if I sound like I'm down Jonah, I'm not down Jonah. Jonah Williams and Trey Hopkins were our most consistent offensive linemen all year. So those two, you start with those two and you build around everybody else.
Yeah.
All right, Keith. There's a good reason not to be a Jonah believer. As Strawberry Ice said, he has yet to play a full season. If Jonah gets hurt again this year, they will move him to guard in 2022. Yeah, I do. If he gets hurt again, because the other thing is the Daniel Jeremiah, and I think I got to give this to John Sheeran. I think he said this on our show Monday. Daniel Jeremiah, who I never really heard of until this year, he's a really good mock draft guy. I really actually do like him.
Do you like DJ?
DJ.
I didn't think you'd like DJ.
I actually kind of like him. I was watching him the other day. He knows his stuff.
Right.
But what he said was that Jonah Williams would be a all-pro guard and when they drafted him. So if he doesn't work out at tackle, then we're back in the tackle market again next year. But our guard situation could go from poor to great if you put him and Leatherwood at guards next year. That's 2022. We'll see what happens. But
yeah, it just killed me because, dude, we've been in this offensive tackle mode. It just seems too long now. So I'm thinking he's going to stay healthy. I'm thinking he's going to have a good year and move on. I'm so sick of tackles. I don't want to draft another tackle. We're going to have to, but still, I want our tackles to be okay. And then,
I would like, how nice would it be to not have to worry about the offensive line for a while? I mean, honestly, look, do you remember when we went on our 5-year playoff run? Did we worry about the offensive line then? And when everybody bangs on me for saying that I like Andre Smith, he was our right tackle. Whitworth was our left tackle. We had a good offensive line. That wasn't the problem.
Andre was probably maybe the worst, and he was actually better than what. Yeah. I
want to get back to that, but
I do too. It just kills me.
I've said it before. If you watch the show, when you can't let Whitworth go, you can't let Zyler go and not have somebody to replace him, and that's exactly what the Bengals did. And that's where I keep saying they got to have the stacking of talent. That's why I like the 1-year contracts. These guys, which 1-year contracts aren't bad. I mean, you can go get more of these guys next year, And the thing is, it's none of this stuff. It's a salary cap hit this year. That's it. The only one that is a salary cap hit next year is Reeves. And the thing is, if they want to sign him again, they just add on to the money that they're already supposed to give him. It's a pretty easy contract to resign, I think.
And I had it written down here. I've been trying to look for it without looking too ridiculous on here, but I had it written down somewhere. But the years on Mike Hilton's contract, Hendrickson's, Awuzie, and Ogunjobi. Do you have any idea what those years are? How many years we've got on?
Yeah, I've got it written somewhere in here.
So do I. I can't find it anywhere.
To find it right now, yeah. But I want to get to this. Let's get this mock draft here.
Dang it!
It's already almost 6:30. Holy crap! Time is flying.
Oh,
dude.
Dang! Yeah, go ahead. We'll have it tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, Josh put together this mock draft, and hang on, wait, that's the overlays. The wrong one.
And Josh is a Pitts fan. I just want to let everybody know that. He's
all
my
right.
boy. It's all good.
All right, so this is Josh from Houday Nation, and this is his mock draft. And if you guys are Bengals fans, go and join Houday Nation. It's a great group. Now, as you can see, he's got Kyle Pitts at number 7. So he said he traded down to acquire pick number 72 in the 3rd round. So that's why the Bengals are picking at 7 on his draft. And he's taking Pitts at 7, which
he told me that. I'm sorry, Josh. By the way, sorry, you told me that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if Pitts will be there. Well, I don't know if Pitts will be there at 7. But anyway, this is the way it worked out for him on the computer. He's got Pitts at 7, Leatherwood in the 2nd round, which I love. Rondell Moore, he's a wide receiver for Purdue. Trey Smith.
He's good too. Rondell Moore ain't no joke.
No, these are all. I actually really like this, to be honest. This is the guy I think that Keith has talked about.
That's what I told Josh too.
I have no shot of saying his name at all. I got no shot. But that's the edge rusher. That's the diamond in the rough. That's the one that Keith has talked about. He's been talking about him since like the end of the season.
Oh, but wasn't he talking about him like 2nd, 3rd round? Keith, if you're still out there, I may be wrong, but
this is all mock draft, computers.
Oh no, but yeah, but I'm thinking, dang, dude, you know what? If the NFL sees it a certain way and he's watched him a lot and knows, that could be a serious steal, big time.
So yeah, I mean, I don't hate this draft. I think Josh actually did a pretty good job. Yeah, I wish we would get. Let's see. What do you say? He got the 72nd in the 3rd round. I kind of wish if you're trading out of the 1st round, I want 2 second-rounders. That's the only thing I would like to get. If we're trading out of 5, I would rather get. I mean, that's the thing. If they go on a quarterback run in front of us, that's where I think it gets kind of juicy for the Bengals.
Well,
these other teams are getting nervous and their quarterback might not be there. Not that the Bengals are going to take him, but the teams behind the Bengals are going to take him. And that's where I think we can get maybe possibly 2 second rounds. I mean, it's number 5 pick overall. It's worth 2 seconds, I think.
Well, and to give him credit when you do that, because I was trying to do it earlier, there's about 5 different trades that pop up. So if you're getting ready to take your number 5 pick, and like I chose Chase, and it goes, would you, or no, I didn't choose anybody. Actually, it got to me to the 5th. And then it says you have 5 trades waiting. So you've got, we'll give you this for this, this for this, this for that, that for that. So it is kind of hard to comprehend. I got to give him a little bit of love there. I mean, anything, you could press the wrong button, but I love it. I still like the draft. I would keep it and take Chase myself, but it's all good.
Yeah, here is, you want to know if we had the other clip. Let's see. That's another potential guy.
Who is that?
Rondell Moore, I think that's what he said.
Oh, okay, yeah, out of Purdue, man.
Yeah. Like, actually, honestly, to be honest, that was me earlier today. I was doing some wind sprints. So,
you were?
I take my shirt off.
Because when
that's how you get ready for the show.
When you were talking about Moore, I was wondering. I was looking. That didn't look too much like him, but looked more like you. But I don't know. But no, dude's a Blazer. He's a Blazer. He's got good hands. I've watched him play a lot, being a Buckeye fan, and he's tough. I mean, I wouldn't be upset with him, especially if you get hits.
Rondell Moore, Purdue. And he said he ran a 4.2940.
That's pretty good. He's fast.
You think?
Oh yeah. I mean, he's there. And imagine if you got him coming with Chase or Pitts, and you add Moore to the mix, man, that's just extra. That's thunder and lightning, dude. Literally. Even if you got Chase and Moore, thunder and lightning. If you get Pitts and Moore, thunder and lightning. All the same thing.
Yeah, and that's the guy he's got with the 69th pick. So if you get – let's just go with his draft here. You're getting a tight end. You're taking care of the tight end. You're got now Leatherwood, so you're taking care of your guard, possible future tackle. And Moore, there's your, open the top of the defense right there. I mean, those 3 picks right there. And then the defensive tackle – with the one I can't pronounce his name, if he's as good as I know Keith, the Keith that's in we got 2 different Keiths, Keith.
Yeah, Keith Brewer, Stewart.
Confused which one's which.
Yeah,
but one of the not you, Keith. The other Keith said this guy's really good.
Yeah.
So I like it. I really don't have a whole lot to complain about this mock draft. Now, what me and Jeremy were talking about doing, which I'm not talking about, we're going to do probably starting next week, since we're getting toward the end of. I want to say end of free agency because free agency really doesn't really end until training camp. You can sign guys until then. But me and him are going to try to do mock drafts at least once a week. Just from different stuff that we've heard and different things we can do. Just because I know a lot of people like mock drafts. And last year, if you guys are new to the show, I started out doing the show I would just do YouTube videos or whatever, and I did a live videoed myself doing a mock draft. I thought it was boring as crap, but I got like 300 something views on it. So I was kind of surprised how much you guys like that. So anyway, me and Jeremy, we're going to do at least once a week, try to do our own mock draft to just, it's mock draft season. Everybody's doing mock drafts right now.
Now, just so people know, are we going to be doing this? We're going to each come up with our own.
Yeah.
or we're going to do it. You pick one, I pick one, you pick one, I pick one to 7.
We're going to do it on our own. Yeah. And then I think we see who at the end of when the draft happens, who got the closest to being right.
I knew it was a competition. See, guys,
Dude, have you not met me? Everything is a competition for me, brother.
Reeling him in.
Reeling him in. Oh yeah. Well, when we go to that Bengals game, the first round's gonna be on you, baby. Because
it'll be on me. Mock draft. I'll be the guy streaking on the field, dude. Remember? Come on now.
Yeah, we're going streaking.
It's preseason.
Jeremy's gonna go streaking in preseason. Like, calm down, dude. We're going to the Super Bowl. Let's go. Like,
I can't help it. We're going, boys.
It's September. Calm down. All right, we're losing control here. All right, Titus. I heard the Bengals are looking at T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton actually signed with the Colts today, so we can't sign him.
Yep.
Robert Seaver, and we get him at a low cost or pitcher chase. But yeah, T.Y. Hilton is gone. I don't think T.Y. Hilton wanted to come here just because there is the chance that we can get Chase. If we get Chase and we got Higgins and we got Boyd, T.Y. Hilton ain't gonna doesn't want to be a fourth wide receiver. So I think that was more of a pipe dream.
Yeah. Yeah, because the way you look at it is it's simple. You got Chase, Higgins, Boyd, or Chase, Higgins, Pitts / tight end / wide receiver, most likely. And who's going to want to come and be behind that? Who's going to want to come to Cincinnati? It just that's why. And actually, our backups are good enough to play in situational spots on many other teams.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, if we get Chase, or if we do what Josh said and get this kid out of Purdue, that makes Alden Tate your fourth. And that makes Michael Thomas your fifth.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm good with those guys there. That's fine. Titus said, Leatherwood is good, but the tapes I've been watching on him, he ain't really that good at the bull rush. I mean, to be honest, I like going. I like watching tapes. I do, but I really like it when I get to watch him play. And when I watched Leatherwood play this year, dude's a beast. Dude played really, and I can't stand this conference unless my Bearcats ever get in it. But it's the SEC, but I can't deny when you play in the SEC, you are playing against a lot of future NFL players. And that's one of my I don't think I've brought this up on the show yet, but this is one of my issues with Sewell is played the Pac-12. How many pro NFL rushers is he really going against? I know the tape looks great, but I haven't got to watch him play. I watched Leatherwood play. I watched Wyatt Davis play. I've watched these guys against them. I watched Slater. I watched him dominate. Sorry, Jeremy. Chase.
He did.
So a hell of a game. I've seen this one with my own eyes. That's why I'm not saying Sewell's not that way, but I go by more what I saw on the field, and I could base that by Joe freaking Burrow.
Yeah.
First time I've told this story. It was 2019. I saw him in week 0 against Texas Longhorn. I'm like, that's Joe Burrow, it's from Ohio State. And I'm like, holy crap, that's at LSU's finally got themselves a quarterback. In no way thinking that the Bengals were going to get the number 1 pick overall. But once the season went down the tubes, and then I saw him against Alabama, and he destroyed Alabama. Yeah. I'm like, with my own eyes, I'm like, we need to get him. That's why I'm kind of on the Leatherwood, Davis bandwagon, and Slater. I like Slater. The thing that scares about Slater is the short arms, and that's the same thing with Jonah Williams. He's got short arms. So, anyway.
And you know what? Just to go back to Leatherwood really fast to answer his question, there's video of every guy out there. You could probably find video of Sewell looking ridiculous. You can find Slater looking ridiculous. And Leatherwood, you might be talking about when he was playing guard. Sometimes, or even tackle, you can get bull rushed. It happens. I mean, he's 6'6". That as a guard, that's they can get some leverage on you and push you back. But as a tackle, He's got speed. He's got size. He's got
Like I
length.
said, he's 6'6", 310, and they ran a 4.96.
That's impressive.
A 4.96 at 310. Yeah. That's pretty good. So, well, yeah, who knows? Maybe he won't even be there, and he might do that good. He might be gone by then. I don't know. What if I'm not scared if he is or not, because I said Wyatt Davis or some of these other guys, or like the USC guy that our offensive line coaches out there doing the pro day today. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So, that's why I'm good. Sewell's overrated. I don't know if he is or not. I'm not saying Sewell's overrated. I don't know. I'm just saying I haven't seen the guy play, and that's one of my biggest concerns with taking him. I just haven't seen him play.
And we also went over it a couple days ago. I guess he has technically played 2 years, but
technically, yeah. But I still don't know how many.
I think he played 2 games.
I know Anthony Cosenza said he played 2 years, but that's like I don't think he really played 2 full years. He played one full year in college football.
Yeah, I think
Pac-12 or Pac-16 or whatever, 14, whatever the hell they call it now. I don't even know how many teams are in it now.
Yeah. I think he played 2 to 4 games is what I had noticed somebody comment up there. So,
but again, we're just 2 idiots with the YouTube show. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, and everybody could be right. He could be the next Anthony Munoz. I don't know. I'm just going by my own eye test.
You guys keep telling us what you think, and we'll keep talking. We promise.
Exactly. Now, with that in mind, it is 6:36. I think we should start rolling on out of here. Because I don't know about you, I'm getting kind of hungry. I kind of want some dinner. Maybe I'll go get me some Skyline, put the hot dogs around my neck and run. All right, now that brings me to I'll get that tomorrow. The Facebook groups that let me live stream. I appreciate every single one of them. I invite you guys, if you guys are fans of these teams, go to these Facebook groups and join them. They are Who Dey Nation, which is a very fun, interactive Bengals group. The Ohio State Bucknuts. I know this is one of Jeremy's favorite groups. So if you're a Buckeyes fan, go there. It's a great interactive group. The Bearcat Country. It's very fun. They are very interactive. They might not like Brandon, but they are very, very interactive. So that's another fun one. And then Cincinnati Reds, rounding third, heading for home. We are 8 days away from opening day. I can't wait. I know we haven't been talking to Reds because there's been so much stuff about the Bengals, and this whole city is just going Who Dey freaking crazy. So it's honestly, Jeremy, it's reminding me of when we drafted Carson Palmer and all of that leading up to 2005 and everything. I know, that was Carson's second year. It's going to be Burrow's second year. So It's just all the frenzy and everything is reminding me of that year. And that was a fun year all up till, the playoffs. But we won't, I digress. Now, the other group is the show page. It's called the Ice Bar. It's where we do silly memes, silly TikToks. It's a virtual bar. So I like you guys go in there and we get conversations about Red Bengals, Bearcats, beer, whatever you want to talk about. Check it out. And do me a favor, if you guys want to join, please answer the questions. Because I'm trying to let people in. Like, if you don't know the show, you're not a part of the show, you haven't watched the show, you don't need to be in the Ice Bar because you don't know what it is. Make sense? All right. Now, follow me on Facebook under Sports with Strawberry Ice. That page is blowing up. I am at 818 likes. 877 of you guys follow me. My Twitter is starting to pick up. It's not that high, but I'm at 227. It's better than I was before. I'm also on Instagram, and me and Jeremy do silly TikToks on the weekend a lot. YouTubers, I don't know if it's added any, but I hope it has since we started, but I am at 912 subscribers. That is awesome. We're trying to get to 1,000. And other than that, get off your phone. Jeremy D! Will you help us roll on out of here?
I sure will, and I screwed the pooch.
What'd you screw?
A lot of groups didn't get a listen tonight. That's my bad. I'm posting it on the groups now, making it a top thing. So
we've had about pretty consistent about 40 viewers. So
that's awesome.
Whatever we're doing is working. People like watching us two morons.
Maybe I should forget doing it to other groups. And I'm sorry to the admins of the groups that Jeff just mentioned a couple of them that I didn't get it on there soon enough today. I was hurrying back from work, putting down some notes, even though I should have known we were going to talk about Bengal draft and Bengal free agency, which we know about pretty well already. So, but anyway,
like I said, I got you covered on the notes, brother.
Yeah, obviously, but yeah, I appreciate that. But all I had to do was send over to about 4 different groups and forgot to do it, but I've done it now. So if you guys will hang with us, leave it on for the evening, I'd much appreciate it. That's my bad, guys. Anyway, I would also like to thank everybody as well, just really quick. To get over 900 subscribers is something insane. I got to admit, when I first started with this Joker a while back, I never thought that 1,000 people would be watching us from Facebook and we would have almost 1,000 people on YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's a blast. And
it's absolutely. We love doing this. And I'm glad you guys like watching us. So we will try to keep producing more and more shows. And once we get monetized, I don't exactly know what's going to happen, but I heard it's something really cool. And if that means more opportunities for us to be able to get the show out there to hopefully, I'm hoping more people like Bengals, like Reds, like
right.
When I tweet at them, they're like, "Who the hell is Strawberry Ice?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's that guy. Yeah, I'll come on the show." Well, I'm hoping. We'll see.
Exactly. And the more you guys jump on, man, the better it is. As you can see, we've done different stuff. We've added comments. Now you guys can come on live if you want to come on live. It's a great show. I said it 100 times. I'll say it again. If you're a Bengal fan, you can come home, watch a free show, hear about the draft, hear about the free agency. Keep up with the days.
If you missed the new intro, please go back and watch it.
Yes, it's really cool. And Jeff is proud of you.
I did it all by myself. Well,
make sure you go to the very beginning, second one. Go from there. But one last thing, too. If you guys are watching right now, please tell one friend. If you'll just tell one friend, you know what? This is the Sports Stop. They can get all their info after work right here. Hour and 15 minutes, sometimes hour and a half. We try to get out of here as quick as we can. We don't want to, stay on all night.
Keep rambling on like somebody's doing right now.
Exactly. Right. So anyway, tell your friends, one person each. That's all you got to do. We'll be over 1,000 in 2 days.
Let's go.
And
everybody, ready? All at once. Ready? Here we go.
Remember one thing and one thing only. And that is, you don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati. Let's tear up the draft. Who day?
Exactly. Who day? That's just sports, baby.